Hello everyone, welcome to Light Comics Live here with Tyler from Shattered Glass Comic Reviews. As always, how you going, Tyler?
I'm good.
Going good.
Ready to talk some comics.
Awesome. I literally just before we started, I made Tyler watch the trailer for Mandalorian, and it was cool. I got to see like a live reaction. But I cannot wait for Mandalorian. Like that trailer sold me straight away. Like how he pressing the button, and he's little baby Yoda pressing the button in his little capsule there and hiding away.
He's just like, oh shit.
He just like he knows now like shit's gonna go down. And
I thought just from obviously I watched it 2 seconds ago. It looks a lot more cinematic, like movie budget craziness.
It does for sure.
Looks super cool.
Sarah and Simple Simon jumping in straight away. Thanks heaps, guys.
Sarah's been in, I think, every stream.
That
seems awesome. Like.
But the Mandalorian. I found out when I looked up I just went on IMDb and was just like having a little look at the cast and stuff. And the person that did the score for The Mandalorian, Ludwig Garrison, is also the person that did the score for Black Panther. And
oh wow,
yeah, he also did the score for a bunch of other things. But he's also like the main thing that I know him from is that he makes the music for Childish Gambino. Like they met. He was doing the score, making the score for Community back in the day when Donald Glover was on Community, and that's how they met and started making music together like that. And I reckon that's just really cool. Hey, like I love that the music that he makes with Childish Gambino, but I also love that he's also making these crazy, amazing scores, because Black Panther was one of the best scores, I reckon, in a movie for a long time.
Yeah, it was. It was so good. I love the music in that.
You know what else he did? He also did the music for Tenet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was the latest thing he did.
Oh, I will say, even though, Tenet wasn't really my thing, but that music, it sounded like it was going backwards. It was like insane sounding.
Yeah, it was pretty epic to me.
It was super cool.
Especially in like that opening act,
Yeah, that was really what sold me. Like that opening act, that music was insane.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool that guy making all that music for all those movies is also the guy making the music with Childish Gambino, like one of my favorite
that's super cool.
I got to see him live last year at Splendor. It was a good time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, those before the world went to hell and every gig got cancelled.
Mm-hmm.
And every concert. But so let's talk some comics. What have you been reading?
Oh, I better look. I say this every time. I've been reading so much. I just read Batgirl last night, the new one that came out yesterday. It was so good. I couldn't even believe it because I haven't been reading Batgirl, and it was so good. And it kind of leaves off on a note. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything. It leaves off on a note that's going to be the number 50 issue is going to be huge. So I'm super excited, and I think it's going to be the last one. There's only going to be one more issue of Batgirl.
Nice.
I just read. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I haven't read Batgirl like since Gail Simone left like ages ago. Who's writing it now?
I'm not sure. It's somebody I didn't recognize, so I did not. It doesn't pop off on the top of my head.
Fair enough. Hey, Titus.
I always see Titus in like other streams too, like Burke and a bunch of other. I read two. Yeah, I had to see that. I read Suicide Squad yesterday, which that's amazing. If anyone hasn't read that, you definitely need to read it. And now there's only going to be like 12 total issues or 11 or something. So it's going to make a really nice book one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I hope they like don't fuck around and just put out a hardcover straight away.
Yeah, they need to. And then obviously we're going to talk Once in Future. I read the most recent one of that. Thor, Iron Man #1. The new Detective Comics 1027. But yeah, all my reviews are on at Ready for Wednesday on Twitter. If anyone wants to follow me on there, see what I read, see what I like, then you can see what to buy, or you can message me. People message me all the time asking me what to read, so I love trying to help people out.
Definitely, I'll definitely go follow Tyler on both of those, Instagram and Twitter. But Twitter's where the main reviews are at, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you saw some of my videos I did this week, I did a comic book store tour / haul vlog type thing, and at the end of it I showed off a couple of books that I was really hyped to talk about tonight with Tyler, and one of those being, like he said, Once in Future. I got the first volume, and I was blown away. Like, I didn't realize that it was Kieran Gillen. He also did The Wicked and Divine, which I absolutely love as well. And if I knew it was him doing it, I probably would have jumped on a bit sooner. Like, it was so good. I really love like all the medieval lore that it's got going on, you know, with like King Arthur and Percival and everyone, you know. It's
I don't want to say any names because I know I don't know where that one leaves off, and I know other things.
Yeah, true.
So,
yeah, this has got the first 6 issues.
6 issues, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I fell in love with it straight away. The art in it is crazy good. I don't know when the next volume is going to be. There's so many volume 1s that I'm buying, and like so many trades that I'm buying. I'm like, I need to jump on this on single issues now.
Yeah, you do. It's on issue 11, so I would assume there's one more and then the next trade.
True.
But I had heard from Dustin at Two Brothers Comics. He was talking about it on, I want to say it was like issue 2, and I was like, well, I might as well just go back and read it. And I was like, it's so good. Gran is amazing.
Yeah, I love Gran.
Gran, she's so funny. It's such a great, just funny character. It's just perfect for what it is.
Yeah. I wish I had a Gran like that. It would be pretty funny.
Yeah, she's pretty badass, and she really only gets more badass. I would say I don't love Once in Future, but I love how fun it is.
Yeah, okay.
It's super fun. It's such an easy, quick read every time it comes out that I love every time. Really.
Yeah.
There's just not really a lot of story going on.
No, yeah, it was really fast to read. Like the first volume like takes place over in a day and a night type thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like almost like a 24 to 48 hour period, you know?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it was pretty quick. But also got the volume 1 of Something Is Killing the Children. And
I love Something Is Killing the Children. I love it.
Oh, it's so good. I love this Something Is Killing the Children. So when I first started reading it, like I'll be totally honest here. Like I wasn't sold on that art 100%, you know, but as I was reading it and going through it more, like I just fell in love with it, you know, like because like at the beginning I wasn't sure about all these really scratchy lines and stuff, you know. It was like
yeah,
you know, yeah, sometimes it
very different.
Yeah, but it definitely suits it, you know, like adds more of a horror feel to it, you know, like the Erica Slaughter, I love her already. Like after only what was this like 5 issues? Like five? Yeah, only the first 5 issues here, and already love her. Where do you want to go? And what are we up to in single issues? 10, 11?
11? Are we at 10 or 11? I'm not 100% sure. Somewhere around there. I can double check. But that first issue, because I mean, I was into reading for sure, but I didn't normally pick up issue 1's week 1. And when that first issue came out, I just picked it up, wanted to see what it was. It was like probably one of my favorite issue 1's I ever read week 1 up to that point, which was really just like a year ago. But I was so excited. I loved it. I bought every printing. I bought every variant I could find. I bought a couple signed copies. Like, I just absolutely love it.
Hell yeah. Nice.
That first issue just sold me. And I don't think the first issue really says a whole lot about the going forward. I think that first issue really stands by itself. But man, I love that first issue.
Yeah, I love that octopus. Like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know more about the octopus than I do, and
a little bit. I feel they haven't really said a whole lot about it yet.
Oh, true. Oh wow, that's such a little interesting piece of the puzzle. You know, like.
Yeah, it's so funny. She's just like talking to it, and no one can hear it. And issue 10. I wish I could talk about it. I'm not going to because I don't want to spoil anything. But issue 10 last week was so freaking good, and the end is amazing. That's all I can say.
Oh shit!
I cannot wait for you to get to it.
All right. I know the single issues are pretty sought after, so it might be a bit hard trying to find issues 6 to 10, but I'm gonna have to try. I think might have to.
Yeah, I would at least try. If not, the whatever should be out soon. The trade.
Yeah. Even maybe I should even read it digitally like Sarah does. Because Sarah,
is that what Sarah does?
Yeah, she's been telling me that she reads it digitally, and she wants more people to start reading it digitally, so we can all talk about it together on the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and maybe you should, because damn, it's good.
Yeah, she was like, we need to get Simple Simon on the digital switch. She was saying, I'm like, if anyone can convince anyone to go digital, probably you, because you read a lot more digital stuff than I do. You know? Yeah.
It's just convenient. It's really, and then I get a bunch of stuff from PR companies digitally, so that alone makes it easy for me.
Yeah. No horror stuff, K-Titus. I can understand that. Like, it's not for everyone. It took me a little bit to find like the brand of horror that I liked, because you know, at first I was reading a lot of horror books and they were like just very gory and too much, you know. And I think you find a good story in there a lot of the time, you know, if you're looking for the right one. But some of them can get a bit much. I've read some really bad horrors. I'm sure you have too, Tyler.
I'm not super interested in horror as a whole. Like, I don't really like horror movies. I think most horror movies are like really campy and bad for the most part, obviously. But horror books, I don't know. A lot of them that I've read really feel like they have so much more depth to them than movies. And I don't like horror movies because a lot of them scare me. They scare the shit out of me. So I don't want to just be scared. And a lot of the books don't scare me. I just love them.
Yeah.
Like, Something is Killing the Children doesn't scare me at all. Like, I understand it's a terrifying monsters and killing children, I guess, but it doesn't, I mean, it's a book. I don't know. There's just something different about it to me. I don't know what it is.
I gotta say, I do like a good horror movie. I'm also a bit of a bitch and don't like to watch them alone, so I don't watch many horror movies because I live by myself. You know, I've got my dog with me, but he's not as scared as I am, and so it doesn't count, you know. But
it doesn't scare her either. It's just it's just so different than I don't know what specifically King Titus is thinking about no horror for him, but I don't know. If you don't like horror movies, I would say at least give it a try. I read the beginning of I think it was Gideon Falls. That was actually pretty terrifying. There was like an image in there that's like burned into my brain. That's so it's not even like bloody or gory, but it is terrifying.
yeah. I'm thinking I might know the one you're talking about because that does.
I think it was like in issue 2 or 3 where the guy turns around. And there's like a guy that's all red sitting at the table.
Yep.
And it's like you turn the page, it's just like a full, and oh man, that was scary. I was like, I do not like that, but it was so good. It was so good. I didn't keep reading much after that because I started reading 100 other things, like always. But
yeah, you got to catch up on it. It's almost finished. Maybe you should just wait until it's finished and then like knock it all out.
I know. As soon as I get behind, I just don't know what to do.
It is so good. I love Gideon Falls. It's one of my favorites. But Sarah's asking if we've heard of a new series called It Eats What Feeds
It eats what feeds it. Yeah, it's hard to even say, but yeah, I've heard of it, and I have not read it because I just haven't found it. None of the shops around me have it, and I need to like contact them about getting one because I really want to read it. I've heard good things about it.
It's popular already, is it? Who's the publisher? Is it?
I don't think it's popular really. It's like a really small publisher. It's like AWA or something. It's I don't know who, but it's like a really low print run, unknown comic that it seems like no one really hears or knows anything about it. But that's not true. Obviously, lots of people know about it. But you know what I mean? It's got that kind of feeling, like an underground kind of comic book feeling.
Yeah. You waiting for your trade to come in on Something Is Killing the Children, Simon? Was it? Maybe you should start reading it digitally with me.
Oh, I hope you love it, Simon. And I know Simon. He said he didn't read a lot of indie books. He was in mostly DC, so I really hope he loves it.
It's Scout Comics. Simon says
Scout. Okay.
Well, I'm surprised you even know that, Simon, because I don't get any like Scout Comics or anything like that up here in Queensland, like around my comic store. So you're getting that good indie stuff at your comic book store. I think the only one, like the most indie my public comic book store usually goes is like Boom, like for weekly shipments and stuff, but sometimes sometimes they'll get like the trades like fucking a year later or 6 months later or something.
Yeah. Sarah she got issue 1 off eBay. I've thought about it. I hate buying stuff off eBay. And not that I don't do it all the time, but if I can avoid it, I'll do anything I can to avoid it.
You're welcome, Sarah. Gotcha. Getting a lot of hype because of Comic Tom. Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah, that's true.
Maybe it seems like it's well deserved hype, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
I mean, if Comic Tom loves comics, if he likes it, it's probably good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. An impulse buy.
It was an impulse buy. I don't even know if they're expensive. I've not looked, but I should probably buy it because it's probably one of those that will be expensive if it's not already.
Yeah. Another one that I read recently for the hardcover for was the Basket Full of Heads.
Yep. I read all that.
You read it?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. This is a really cool hardcover too, because it's this cool slipcase.
Yeah, I love those.
It's got a nice picture on these, but it's like a really different feeling on the thing, whatever it's called. But yeah, Basket Full of Heads was a good time. I was laughing a lot. I was laughing a
the
lot.
dialogue's super funny.
Yeah, I felt it like how we were saying we're talking about horrors before with Titus. This one feels like a more of a comedy than a horror, but it just so happens to have heads in baskets at the same time. You know?
Yeah, you're right. It was much funnier than it was like a horror.
Yeah.
I thought the first half of Basketball Heads was so great, but I thought the last half kind of like petered out.
Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed the whole thing. Maybe because I got to read it all at once.
Yeah.
You know?
That can definitely make a difference. I just thought I almost kind of didn't want any answers to anything. I just wanted it to just be all, oh, we never found out, because I loved it until I found everything out. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't have any reason.
It can be like that sometimes. Sometimes the mystery is better than the reason that they give you. But also,
it was really good for sure.
Yeah. That was like the first thing that I read from Joe Hill as well. And
okay.
Yeah, I'm keen to pick up more Joe Hill stuff. Have you read more Joe Hill stuff than that? Did you? Yeah, I suppose you read most of that Hill stuff.
I want to say about half of it. What's the other one I read? I forget what it's called. There's the Dollhouse Family, which I didn't read, which is great. I can remember the one I didn't read.
Yeah, there was a fair few.
Yeah, there are.
He wasn't writing them all though, right? Just like overseeing some of the titles.
Yeah, he hasn't written them all. There's Daphne Byrne, which I also didn't read. I read Plunge, which I thought the beginning was really good, and then it got super weird. So I didn't like it. And then there's one more that I can't think of. Low Woods. And that one was super crazy, and you'd probably absolutely love it. It was honestly really good. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, but it was super crazy. I feel like I need to reread it. It's only 6 issues, I think.
I'm keen to pick up the hardcover. I'm keen to pick up most of the Hill House hardcovers because most of them looked interesting, you know, to give them a go.
Yeah, well, in Low Woods, people, I don't really know how to describe it, but there's like a person or people turning into like sinkholes.
Okay.
I don't really know what I could even say about it. It's super odd, but it was really good. It was super crazy. And the last issue really like ties it up pretty well. So
sort of reminded me a little bit of Family Tree by Jeff Lemire. I don't know if you're reading that at the moment. It's only a couple issues. Yeah,
I read them all. Yep.
Oh, cool. But yeah, how like she's turned into a tree.
I feel like it's a lot crazier than that one, but the Family Tree's kind of gotten weird for me. The last issue I thought was weird. I don't know if you've read them all yet.
Yeah, I can't remember what issue it was.
The last I don't remember number 7.
Yeah, I think I did. It was the end of the volume, right? It was like end of volume 2.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Where they're like in the tree talking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing with Basketful Heads. It's like as soon as I start like hearing what all this is, like I'm more uninterested. Like I just kind of like don't want to know why people are turning into trees. I don't really want to know anything about it. I think it's awesome. It's fantastic. And then all of a sudden I get all this like backstory, and I kind of just like, oh well, I didn't want to know that.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was going to go like after issue 4, like at the end of issue 4, it jumped, like had a little bit of a time jump, or it was just like the older brother like running through a forest type thing with a machete.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to like continue on with that.
Yeah. And then we jumped like, was it a year ahead or something?
No, was it? I think it was just like this. There you go.
I do remember that time jump, but I don't remember how big it was. I just remember it was like super crazy, and it like changed the whole book.
Yeah. I can't wait till we get back to that. I don't know how long he's planning to stretch this one out for, but I'm along for the ride as long as he wants it, because I'm a sucker for everything Jeff Lemire.
I think the sun's coming out, so I'm gonna try to make it so I can have good lighting. Hold on.
No worries. Sun's coming out. What time is it over there for you?
What time is it? 7:45 a.m.
A.m. And it's a Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, so new comic book day.
It's the same day for us, once.
Yep.
But it's like not 9:45.
Is that better? Oh my gosh, that's so much better.
But yeah, keeping in theme of always talking about Jeff Lemire. I know we already just did, but I've had this one to pull out to talk about. But have you read this one?
I've not. I've heard of it though.
So this one was actually written by Scott Snyder, and the art was by Jeff Lemire. But I can't help but feel when reading it that Jeff Lemire had a lot of help writing it. That Scott Snyder, had a lot of help writing it from Jeff Lemire, because it feels a lot more like a Lemire story than a Snyder story. You know what I mean? And like just some of the
exactly what you mean.
yeah, it flows a lot more. Yeah, like sometimes Snyder can. I love Snyder's writing. Everything that I've read from Snyder, I've enjoyed. And I absolutely loved his Batman run. So I'm not like trying to throw shade on him by saying, that he didn't write this by himself, but I'm saying that he didn't write this by himself.
Yeah. I've either loved or hated Snyder. Mostly loved, but man, some of his stuff is so wordy and just over the top. I can't even read it.
Yeah. But some of this gets wordy, but it's a little bit different because it came out in like a magazine size. This is Image Comics as well. But yeah, it came out in magazine size, and it was like oversized issues and stuff. So you get a lot of pages like this where there was a fair bit of text.
Yeah, that looks like Snyder.
Yeah, like pages like, so it's like this is like almost half book, half comic book, because we get a lot of pages like this, and then we snap back into the comic book panels, and things like that. But just the art in this is crazy beautiful. Like I'm not gonna spoil too much, but I just want to try and get to a couple of pages where we get to this crazy color change, and I think it's around here. Yeah, here we go. Look at these colors.
Is this the whole book?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just volume 1.
Yeah, this is like, it was like a 3-issue thing.
Okay.
One and done type thing. But oversized. You can see it's not too big, but it is a decent read. But like just the art in it is phenomenal. Like I love Jeff Lemire's watercolors, and I could stare at these pages all day. Like
it looks great. I would assume it would look a lot better in person.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm probably not. The camera probably doesn't do the best job.
Well, I don't know about the camera. It's just looking on the small screen. It looks so much better on.
I always forget to make it full screen when I'm showing off shit. I got to remember. I'm sorry. We'll get around. So this is like the 7th live stream we've done together, but we're still learning shit. We're still getting there. Like before we went live, I figured out how to do this. I think that's cool. I don't know. Sorry. We got Master Ben. How you going, Master Ben?
He's always in here too.
Yeah, it's good to see you in here. What was this one? $35 for issue 1. Was that of that eBay buy that you got?
Yeah, that's what she was talking about. It eats what feeds it. It could be $100 in a week though, so it's probably better just to buy it now.
He doesn't. He doesn't
I
really do
don't-
much on.
I don't do anything on YouTube, but I won't clog up your feed.
Yeah.
So you can, but if you want to follow me, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Ready for the number 4 Wednesday. But I do all my reviews on Twitter.
Yeah, and he also does it. If you're looking for him on YouTube, just look no further than here, because
I do everything with Whack here.
Yeah, we got him on the live streams. He does some whack episodes with me as well, and we're having good times here. Thanks heaps, Sarah. Yeah, we're all having fun. That's what whack comics is about, It's fun. And you know what else was fun? A little bit of a segue was the last episode of The Boys that I saw that came out on Friday.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I don't know if I could say it was great, but it was solid.
I just think that ending alone.
The ending
really
was the best part. Everything with Stormfront has been the best part. Is she not fantastic or what?
Yeah, she is. She's a great character. I love what they're doing. Are you selling those comic book T-shirts, Simple Simon? No, man. I gave you the information to do it yourself. I'm not here trying to make money off you with that one, all right? That's what I'm doing for the community. You gotta make your own. But and most Spider-Gwen shirt is not for sale, unfortunately. But I do have whack comic shirts available on Redbubble that are in the link in the description below. There's like 2 designs. I did an episode on Greg Land. You should watch on Whack Comics. And I made a shirt. That was a fun time. But yeah, that's the shirts. No, take my money. If you really want me to take your money, like fuck, all right. Just give me it all. If you've got that much. But I that last episode of Whack Comics, I had a lot of fun with that, and I just want to give a shout out to. Oh, thanks heaps, Sarah. Thanks heaps. Would appreciate that. But I want to give a shout out to Gem Mint Collectibles, because he actually, in a roundabout way, gave me the idea for that latest episode of Whack Comics, because he bought. He did an episode. He did a video where he bought like $600 worth of shirts.
Yeah, I saw that. That is insane.
It was insane, but there was like so many cool shirts and like.
Oh yeah.
And like I wasn't jealous at all, so I was like, I'm gonna. I was like, this sort of given me an idea. I was like, I can make like a comic book T-shirt of my own. Yes, I'll do this. I'll make a comic book T-shirt of my own, and then
why buy them when you can just make it?
Yeah, and then I recorded it, and it was a good time. And now the information's out for everybody. You go make your shirt, and if you do make one of your own, please do tag me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll put it in like an episode of White Comics, and like with your Twitter, Instagram handle and stuff. But also another thing that I should have brought up at the beginning. I want to start like putting a call out for any time when you're reading a comic book and you see whack. You see the sound effect whack, or even if you see someone say whack, I want you to take a photo of it. Anybody watching, I want you to take a photo of it and tag me in it on Instagram or on Twitter, and I'm going to start putting those at the end of some whack comic episodes as well, because yeah, I like that sound effect. If you can't tell, I've started posting some of my own that I found, but. And I know that I've seen it a lot more, but for some reason now that I'm looking for it, I'm not finding it as much. So, so yeah, if anyone, when you're out there, when you're reading your comics, if you see a whack, tag us in the thing. It'd be a good time. But I cannot wait for the next episode of The Boys. I was a little bit you know, a little bit of a letdown with the Black Noir fight. I don't want to get into too much spoilers. Try and say this as vague as possible, but I feel like that it's gonna backfire later, type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really have no idea where the season's going, like kind of at all. We're over halfway through the season.
Yeah,
Isn't that
already?
crazy? Yeah, because there's only 8 episodes, and we're through episode 5. So I feel like not a lot has really happened, even though there's been things that have happened. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to live up to that season 1 where I feel like every scene was like insane.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm still liking it though.
Yeah, same. So there's like 4 more episodes left. 3.
3.
So like it should almost line up as that's finishing the week after Mandalorian will start, right?
Yeah, I think so. It should be right around there. And then the movie I don't know when the movie's coming out, if that's going to interrupt a week or anything.
Oh yeah, the Boys movie. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what, the movie?
Yeah,
we talked about that last time. Yeah, I'm keen to see that movie. Like, I'm hoping that fills in some good blanks that we're missing, you know, from the start of the season.
Yeah, it should be great. More Billy Butcher too. You can't get enough of Billy Butcher.
Yeah, I love Carl Urban too. I reckon he's such a great actor. Like,
yeah,
you know, he was like in Lord of the Rings, wasn't he? As well.
Yep.
He was fucking Dredd, Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd is one of my favorite. Like, not Judge Dredd, that Stallone disaster. Dredd, the one with Carl Urban, is I reckon it's such a masterpiece, and I was so disappointed that he didn't get a sequel. I reckon he really deserved a sequel.
I have not seen that movie.
You haven't seen Dredd?
I need to see it. You sounded so sad right there. You haven't seen Dredd?
I don't know. I suppose
I need to see it. I do. I know I'd love it. I've heard so many good things about it.
I'm a huge Judge Dredd fan. Like, the 2080 magazines were some of the first comic books and stuff that I read growing up, you know, and so Judge Dredd and Rogue Trooper and stuff. Yeah, there's just so much of that 2080 stuff that I fell in love with probably at a too young of an age. But my mum was like, at least the Boys rating.
Oh, Simon said it might be his favorite comic book movie.
Yes. Thank you, Simon. It is right up there. So, talking about movies, I suppose we can tease this a little bit here. Yeah? What do you reckon? We'll tease it?
Yeah. I just say it.
All right. We'll just say it, yeah. We're gonna start doing some more live streams, obviously, but we're gonna do some movie themed ones. We're gonna do some movie watch-alongs. We're gonna maybe tell you what movie we're gonna watch the week before or whatever, so you can make sure you've watched it and jump in, and we can all talk about it and stuff. But it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna just fully get into spoilers, get into theories, get into everything we love about movies, because we're both big movie buffs. And I don't know if you can see behind Tyler there all those DVDs.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more that you can't see too.
So yeah, we're both big on the movies, and that's going to be a thing we're going to start doing. And the first movie we're going to do, and we'll probably get it. Hoping maybe, if not the end of this week, the start of next week, we'll do it. The first movie we're going to do is Birdman. So if you haven't seen that masterpiece of a movie, get onto it, and we're gonna chat about it with all the spoilers and have a good time. Hey, Late Games, thanks for jumping in. There it is.
Everybody watch this if you haven't.
What's the subtitle? I always forget the subtitle because it's so long.
Oh yeah, me too. Or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance.
So good though. Sarah, you are far too kind. Thank you so much for buying a wax shirt. I appreciate it more than you know, really. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just blown away. I don't even know what to say after that. That's so cool. But we gotta, you know what we should do? I'm gonna get onto YouTube and try and mute this quickly. We need to start making some moderators. And I want to try and
for sure. Oh, and we could I know we've talked about other movies we want to review and like break down. We could always like put it up to a vote on your Instagram or something too of like a few movies.
Yeah,
and then have people vote and then we can just watch whatever they vote for. I just thought of that. I don't know if you'd be wanting to do that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. For sure. I'm thinking maybe we could like alternate, but like because we both have a bit of a list. So like 1 week we could go one from my list, one from your list, and then like an audience pick maybe, you know?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I just made 3. We got our first 3 moderators in the building, apart from Tyler, because I made Tyler a moderator straight away, basically. But we got Sarah and Simple Simon and K Titus, because I've seen them a heap of times around, and they deserve that little wrench beside the name, and you can help out by dropping links and doing things. But appreciate you. But and what are you keen for reading this week? For today, what are you going to pick up?
Well, you know, I'm always real good about knowing stuff off the top of my head. I don't know. There's so many.
Good evening. Hey, thanks for popping in.
Oh, the Draken New Dawn #2 is out for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Wind #3 is out. Yeah, Wind #3 is out. Or no, #4. Oh my goodness, that's almost over already.
When does the new 3 Jokers come out? It feels like it's been like a month already since.
I think it's like 2 more weeks. I don't think it's next week.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's a long way.
They're making a second printing of #1 too, which I can't believe that because it was like one of the biggest ordered #1 comics. Oh God! And now, of course, I need that freaking cover.
Yeah. Well, I think they just had that cover on standby, and they're like, "We're gonna announce this second printing if you need it or not," you know.
Yeah. And then Canto 2, the Halloween #2 comes out this week. Canto is amazing. I know I told you to read it, but you're still waiting on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a must read because the first issue was so good. I want to talk about it, but I can't. Daredevil comes out this week. The new Venom comes out this week. Thor. Is Thor? No, that's an old printing. And then there's always like 3 comics every week that I don't know anything about, and then I feel stupid for not reading them, and then I have to go back and read them.
I'm gonna pick up. I don't know if you read it because it's already come out, but my store still hasn't got it yet. What if they do? I don't know. I haven't been in there yet. But Stillwater.
That's the one from last week that I feel stupid that I did.
Yeah, because I didn't grab it. So Sarah I was talking to Sarah and she was like told me to grab it, and I looked on my the website of my LCS and they still had it on pre-order, so they didn't have it in yet. So I was like, all right, I'd messaged them like, get in the pool list. I'll start reading that one, but it looks right because it's another Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I definitely need to read it, and I probably will next couple days.
today is not the day for a big comic. Yeah, it'll get there.
Sounds like Sarah knows all the good books coming out. Like it eats what feeds it, and this. She just tell me what's coming out, Sarah, because I never pay attention.
You're in the know.
The day it comes out, I go to the store and hope it's there and just look at the shelves.
Yeah, I've been reading Venom in the oversized hardcovers. I've got the first one. The second one's supposed to come out soon, but it's such a long wait for those oversized hardcovers. And I want to read Thor so bad. I'm not going to wait for an oversized hardcover for that. I think I'm going to buy the first volume and then start picking up the single issues from there, because there's no way I'm going to be able to get the single issues from because some of them are crazy price now, right?
Most of them, yeah, obviously all the first prints are, but they're coming out with new prints all the time still. You probably get
really?
them. Yeah, I think 2 of them are being printed this week.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've got to see. Because even my LCS doesn't even get a lot of second and third printings and stuff. And I was really hoping they'd get that, because I signed up for Ice Cream Man on my pull list before that second print Dr. Zeus variant came out, and I was I hit him up about it, and they're like, "No, we didn't even get it in." And I was like, "Oh, you."
Of course.
Keen. Start with the Aaron run. Yeah, I've read the Aaron run with Thor. Did you read the Aaron run, or did you just jump in with Donnie?
No, I just jumped in because I don't really read Marvel, so
yeah,
I just heard it was good and I read them.
Do you feel like you missed out on much?
Nope.
It's pretty good to just jump in. That's good.
Yep. Well, I mean, it was number 1, so Marvel has a new number 1 every week, so you can always start.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 this week. There's Juggernaut and something else. There's always a new number 1. You can just jump onto Marvel anytime. They don't care about what they've done in the past.
But I don't even know. I don't think I'm not reading anything in Marvel in single issues at the moment. But I need to catch up on Daredevil by Zdarsky. I read the first couple issues of that, but just fell off. But I've heard so much good things about it.
Yeah, it's been so good. The biggest thing for me is that I don't really care about the character. I don't really know why, but every time I read it, I'm like, oh my God, that was so good. And then by the time the next one comes out, I'm just like, do I even want to read it? And then I read it and think, oh my God, that was so good. Why was I even thinking not to read it?
Yeah. I just realized that I had you on full screen. I didn't even know how long or how that happened.
Yeah, that was the best part of the show.
Yeah, I gotta say, it is always the best part of the show for me anyway.
Conceto, is that how you say that? I review comics on Twitter at Ready for Wednesday, and I read almost every day and review them. So you can go on there and you can always message me if you have something I'm not reading and I can try to read it, or if you have a question like, should I read this? I can tell you no, if it's mine.
Yeah, I've been loving your reviews on Instagram, and yeah, we're maybe gonna do some more things. We're gonna having some things planned. I'm gonna tell you this now. We got Halloween's coming up, and I'm excited for Halloween. That's all I'm gonna really say about that. I'm just down in Australia here, it's Halloween is never been a big as a thing as America, but I've still really enjoyed it, growing up and stuff, and was always a bit envious watching movies and seeing I don't know, you can tell me if this is real, because you're watching movies and you never know if it's if it's just the movie shit, but every house on the streets crazy Halloween decked and stuff, does it get like that?
Where everything's decked out?
Yeah, with every house on the street has Halloween decorations.
The neighborhoods I've lived in are pretty Halloween-y, I guess you could say, but not every house.
Yeah.
Like the house across the street from me had last year had a spider web going from the top of their roof all the way to the street.
Oh wow.
And they had a giant Jack Skellington on their garage door and just all kinds of signs in their yard, like Halloween signs. That was really cool.
Yeah. That sounds.
Oh, here I want to show off this cover that Sarah just reminded me of. Even though you've already seen it, and she probably has too, but this was a who did it? Oh, Peach Momoko.
Nice.
And
I mean,
yeah, I wish you could see the colors on it better, but the colors are so awesome. Like right here, I don't know. It looks amazing in person. But it's my first Peach Momoko. That doesn't mean shit, but it's cool. It's somebody that everybody talks about, and
it means a lot to a lot of people. Like sometimes, I haven't got one yet, and I feel like I'm like out of it on the outside of a club that I should be in because it looks really cool.
Yeah, this big too.
Oh, well, I'm jealous that you got that.
The sprinkles are raised.
Oh, that's so cool.
I wish you could see it, but you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so cool.
Oh, wow.
Can you see his eyes in there?
Yeah.
His eyes are like terrifying. Just like it is in the book.
Yeah, Scream Man has some great colors. Like it makes me really want to hunt down more. That's like one thing when I was in Ace doing the whole video and stuff and the tour. I was chatting to the owner and I asked him if he had any issues of ice cream, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we've got a fair few. Let me just grab them." And he's like, starts digging through this box, and he's like, grabs another one out, another one, and he's like, "Oh fuck, looks like someone snagged him up before." And man, he got me like so hyped, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, because he told me he had like at least 10 issues back there, and I was, oh yeah, he got me so hyped, and that he didn't have any, but he did have the volume 1 of Ice Cream Man, so I scooped that, and Fats had that variant cover, Ice Cream Man variant cover, and I was really psyched to get that because that was one of my favorite reads from Ice Cream Man. Like that was from volume 2, yeah.
Yeah, that was the only single issue I had too, ironically, because it was my favorite one.
That is really funny.
Yeah, but that was my favorite issue until this most recent one, which is probably my favorite issue now.
Yeah. I really loved volume 1. I thought about bringing it on to talk about it a bit more, but I was like, I know we're gonna do our
we're gonna talk about them all. Yeah,
we're gonna do our giant spoiler talk, and I can't wait for that. And I'm really hoping to get a shoot to volume 3 really soon, and I know volume 5 is like almost like gonna be released in a week or two, right? Well, sometime in October.
I have no idea. I didn't know that.
Not true. No, I saw it because I've been like online looking everywhere. Like, where can I get it? And it's always like pre-order, back order.
Yep. I'm gonna get it. I just never look to see when those are coming out. Really. Yeah, I don't think I'm into Peach Momoko either. In fact, a lot of them I don't like at all. But I mean, it's not like she's a bad artist. It's just so different.
Yeah,
so different. But this, I feel like it looks way better in person than it did when I went to buy it. So I'm really happy I got it.
Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, I got this too.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to the Golden Collectibles. We won that on a 100 subscriber giveaway.
Well, Wack won it, and Wack sent it to me, and now it's my wife's.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, she loves it.
Shout out to Golden Collectibles. Go sub him up because really appreciated that. But also, we're doing our 100 subscriber giveaway as well, and I'm thinking I'll leave it running for maybe like another two weeks or so. See how it's going. We've got a few entries in there now. It's going all right, but I'll give a chance for a couple more people to enter and whatnot. And but yeah, I'm excited to do that giveaway.
I got a couple figures this week too.
Oh,
I just got this one, and oh my goodness, it looks amazing.
Oh, hell yes. I love this. That's like the Hellbat suit, isn't it? That's
from, it's the Hellbat.
Yeah, that's from Batman and Robin, Peter Tomasi's, right?
Yeah. I think it's in a few different things, but yeah, it's in like Detective Comics. It's in a bunch of things, but
yeah, I remember reading it, and
it's huge. It's so heavy.
Oh, nice.
And then I got this too. Here, I'll put them next to each other too, so you can see.
Oh, nice.
The face looks so good on it. I couldn't pass it up.
Hell yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, but look how much bigger.
Yeah, wow.
He's just huge compared to her. It's like the Asriel. I'll have to get that at a different time, but the Asriel suit is amazing.
I haven't even seen those before.
Oh, really? Do you not get these in Australia?
Maybe. I've fallen out of collecting action figures and pop vinyls and stuff like that. I've got so many, and they just sit there and collect dust. And I just sort of like go more now into buying comics and stuff, because at least I can pick them up off the shelf and read them, you know.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I kind of stopped collecting pops, but then I started collecting these DC multiverse figures, and they're so awesome.
Yeah, there is a few every now and then that catch my eye, and I have to get like the Jane Silent Bob.
I gotta grab this one now.
Hey, great man. Thanks heaps for popping in. Make sure you're jumping on that 100 subscriber giveaway I was just talking about there. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, you can just say that this was your favorite video if you want. Because why wouldn't it be? Look at Tyler there showing you his toys. It's a good time.
I take them out of box because they look amazing out of box. But here's the Asriel.
Holy shit, that looks so cool.
I wish, in person, like this fire comes off, so you could take it off if you wanted. It is insane. Like this is feels like leather, but he's just massive. And just with the other ones, it looks so good. Obviously, look at it.
That's awesome. Sarah collects the Pokemon pops. I was collecting the Batman pops, like just Batman, like not any of the side characters or whatever.
Oh God, there's so many Batman.
Right, but I got to like 20 of them, and I was like, I'm out. I'm done. This is enough Batman pop vinyls for me. But I like them. I just don't need any more of them. Thanks. Well, thanks heaps for subscribing, man. I really appreciate it.
I do like the Pokemon pops. I think they look just like the Pokemon. They're really cool.
Yeah, the Pokemon pops are cool, especially like the big ones, like the 10-inch ones. Are they? Do you have any of those, Sarah? I want some of those, but they look like they take up so much space. Like I haven't got any of those big pop vinyls. The one that I was like ultra close to buying was the Child. That really big Child, and I was like, I can take this home. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna put it and chuck it on top of my cupboard and barely see it. I need to get
Nick on Two Brothers Comic has that.
Oh, does he? Nice.
It was in his background. It might still be, but it's so cool.
Yeah, I've seen a few people with it. Sometimes I just like try and tune stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I'm gonna ignore it now because I'm gonna get really jealous and ignore everything he's saying. That's why I just have a boring table as a background. No. Oh, I'm thinking I'm gonna work on some backgrounds and do some different things. I've got a couple more ideas. So I got, we've got our whack comic episodes, but I've also did that Jay and Silent Bob collection video and the comic book tour videos. So it's not going to be all whack, but it's still going to be whack. You know, we're going to have some good times. Always having good times. But we are getting to the end of the hour here. What's Sarah saying? They did a super good job. The only big one I have is the child pop. Now I'm jealous. Thanks. No, it's cool. I've got the little one, and it's a lot more space efficient. The one that I showed off in the last stream was Simple Simon, the little black series, the Black Label series one, or whatever it's called. I really like it because it's like scale to all the other figures from that line, which is really cool. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We're coming to the end of the hour here. But before we go, do you want to give yourself a plug? You want anything you want to say apart from following you, doing the things?
Nope.
Yeah, it's right there. You can see it on the screen.
I always say no. You always ask me, do you want to? Nope.
Well, I'm gonna do it for you.
There I am. Follow me. There, I'm on Twitter and Instagram, and I post fun comic stuff, and you can always message me.
Yeah.
I love to talk about comics.
Yeah, it's always a good time talking to you. I always enjoy these live streams. It's like the highlight of my week that it's turned into. So thanks everyone for jumping in the chat, and we'll chat to you another time.